Yeah, we do in fact have J. I don't know if we have any saves at all. Let's see. Let me know if it winds up being too loud or just the audio. Yeah, we don't have a save at all. Can skip the intro. I have the Game Boy Advance version of J. I don't know if that's what you had in mind, fanboy. Audio is tough to mix on this one. It's Gundam Day, so let's go Gundam Seed and G Gundam. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is what you meant. This version of J is what you meant.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Thanks, Alexa. Thanks for joining in on the conversation that you weren't asked to be a part of.
I don't know that one.
Thanks. You can stop now. We're just gonna skip ahead here. This game has a really good story, but is this the version you were thinking of, fanboy? Man, this game. I don't even know how many hours I played of this game back in the day. Still seems a little loud. Yeah. Alright, we should be back live and working again. Yep. Need to move the webcam so it's not right on top of Koji's face. Move me to this corner instead. Actually, let's move me to this corner. Is this the version of Super Robot Wars J you were thinking of, fanboy? I actually don't think there is another version, but this is the one that I played. Yeah, we can play this for a little bit and then jump over to X. Since we did tell everybody on Twitter that was the one we were going to be playing. This game looks so good, too, for a GBA. Like, GBA games always look pretty good. This game looks so good. Guaranteed time! Calvina's story is really good, too, and I normally put her in the Belzaloot. Because I'm just a basic guy like that who does the thing everybody does, but... Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Nice crit, Koji! Let me know if the stream's still lagging, guys. It should be fixed now. Our CPU usage is back to normal now. Yep. Forgot all he has right now is guts. Get punch! The first Twitch game that I ever played was, or that I ever watched, first Twitch stream that I ever watched was Super Robot Wars. Watched a guy by the name of Seth1212 play it. Star Hurricane! Thousand power! I'll be fine. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's a shame that I didn't have my saves, because we could have started from halfway through the game or something. Or we had some Gundams, you know, because it's Gundam game day. But... Come on now. Guaranteed time, come on. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Guaranteed time. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, well. I keep forgetting I can't click off to check stuff on the stream side. Because if I click off, the emulator stops. I love the way Jay looks. The GBA translates it so well, and I know a lot of people are like, "Ah, oh, man, it looks so crunchy." It's like, nah, it looks great. Like Moon Dwellers looks really good. Don't get me wrong, but I love the way the sprite looks. Yeah, so we'll probably finish this level and then switch over to Jay and round out. We got about 2 more hours left in the stream. We'll switch to X. I said switch to J. Switch to X, and then we'll do some GB3 again. Maybe we'll do the last 30 minutes. We'll record a Soup Breakdown live. I think that'd be a really fun time. Well, you guys in the chat can tell me all the mistakes that I'm making while I try to learn a suit. I stop rubbing my chin. That's all I'm doing is just going, yes, that was a good shot by that AI. By that Jovian lizard. I've seen a lot of people that say, hey, why go back to these games when the new games are so much better? I'm like, no, I mean, they're not so much better. They look better, according to like graphic concerns, but the new games are good, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing wrong with these games. Like, there was a lot of love and care put into the sprite work in these games. Yeah. But yeah, fanboy, I'm super down to play Advance. I didn't know that translation was done, so I am more than excited to do that. We'll probably do that next month's stream. Or we might just stream that on its own, I don't know. Really want to do the Tempest Lancer, but I don't think it can be used after movement. Yeah, it can. Alright, Tempest Lancer, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Sure. Crystal fire! I look so dumb floating in the sky up here. And now I just want to play through this entire game again. Like, that's gonna have to wait for another day, because we got the stream to do right now. Maybe we'll stream J another day. We'll just stream all the way through J at some point. Let you guys choose which girl goes in the guaranteed with Toya. And that actually changes quite a bit, because it changes the final move that Guaranteed gets. Although Katya's best girl, clearly. Chat, you're being so quiet now. We were having such fun conversations earlier. Oh, well, yep, forgot. Can't click off the screen. Forgot. Checking on stuff stream side. Maccabees! I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I forgot how long this first mission in J is. Nice. Man, Razafon is one of those series that I could never really get into. Like, I hear people really like. But I love Raideen. I'm of a mixed bag when it comes to Evangelion. There are things about Evangelion I really like, and then there are things about Evangelion that maybe like the fan base that has made me really dislike a lot of the stuff about Evangelion. But I try to as little as possible judge the work on the fans. Yeah, Zeoramer's really good. Like, the show's not that great, but I love the suit. The Zeoramer itself is really cool. It's in this game. I don't know that much about Dendo, honestly. If I remember right, it has a pretty sick OP, but that's about all I remember. Man, this Carabarus thinks it's going to actually be able to do some damage to us. We're going to go ahead and use Guts. And then use Sayaka to heal up. Shut off. The Garadan. Rocket Punch. So dumb, but I love it. Rocket Punches are the best. Yeah. Evangelion is in V. They do a pretty good job with Shinji, honestly. The Angels have way too much health. But they do a pretty good job with Shinji. My only big issue with the way that V handles Shinji is that they don't tackle Gendo at all. Like they just leave Gendo alone. I was like, well, all right. Also, wasn't he in a different Super Robot Wars game where like Captain Bright slaps him and gives him the Bright slap? Oh, nice. Hit him, Grantede. Oh, slave! Yeah! You know when Kira Yamato is having to tell you, like, hey, maybe you should man up a little bit. Like, okay. And I like Kira, but like when he's telling you, you should probably listen. Kira's great in this game. I think they handled him really well. Oh no, that doubles into, oh, Shinji told Kira to man up. Okay. Alright, well that must be a pretty good Shinji then. I should have put her next to Koji so that she could get the, oh, he went for Koji anyway, it's fine. I really do like Seed, and there's like a chunk of episodes in the middle that are the only times that I really disliked Kira. But that chunk of episodes in the middle, man, I really didn't like Kira for that chunk. I say the middle. It's basically all his interactions with Flay. If not for Flay, I think Seed would be so much better. Kshatriya arms, Arch Gundam legs, Q-Blade backpack. Yep, you're right. That's the way to do it. Funnels, funnels. I'm gonna make one of those before the next Gundam stream. Funnel spam. I like Toya Shiun a lot. I think he's a really good character. Part of it for me is that he gets some really good development. And then Boss Barrow shows up at the last second. Yeah. I agree. Oh, man. Wasn't a good reason, man. I forgot all about that. Yeah. No, the Akatsuki would have been cool in this game. You get the Strike Rouge if you do the secret route, I think. The secret route. The secrets. Strike Rouge is pretty good. Oh, you already made it? Alright. Again, the story's really good, and if we weren't in the middle of a Gundam Day stream, we'd probably take the time to go through it. But when we do the Super Robot Wars J stream, we'll do a 10. Alright, well, let's save this here. We're going to switch over to Let's switch over to Super Robot Wars X, because I do love J, and I could play J all day, but on Twitter we said we were going to play X today, so we should at least do that. And we're now 16 minutes into the time slot that J was supposed to take up, so, you know, we'll try. We'll try and play a little bit of that X was supposed to take up. Yeah. That's true. Man, I feel like Flay Alster could have been such a good character, but she's just not. What? Oh man. Flay was gonna pilot a version of the Strike Gundam? Man. When you added more fangs? Nice. You're going to show that off when we switch back over to GB3. Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't be that hard. Alright. I have now put the desk in. Oh, the disc? The desk. Yeah, I shoved a desk in my PS4. Alright, Trey. Inhaler up real quick. Been talking for a long time, sitting in front of this hot light, you know? Right. We change the stream name again. Or at least what game we're playing again. Da, 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 da. Now we're playing X and not J. Alright, there we go. Man, Flay was handled so poorly, in my opinion. Like, she could have been really cool, and, like, I get what they were going for. Like, she was using Kira and trying to, like, make Kira protect her because she didn't want to die. But then that all kind of just gets thrown out the window towards the end of the series, and you have that weird moment where, like, she's being thrown out into space. It's just so weird. Alright, so now you guys can see how much of a Gurren Lagann fan I am that I put so many kills into C mode, but I didn't have to. I have a lot of the suits already half upgraded. Because I got all the DLC, so why not, you know? Why not? But I don't have them all up there, like the Death Scythe. My main units that I've been using are the Bilbine, the Double Zeta, the F91, the Wing Zero. The Heavy Arms, because I love the Heavy Arms. The Togis 3, the G-Self, the Might Guy, and Shinkaro, Gurren Lagann, Psybuster, and Selguard. And then using some of the others when I have slots for them. Alright, we are going to go ahead and skip story here too. To get into the gameplay, because we're on a Gundam stream and not a Super Robot Wars stream. But I'm going to come back and read the story on my own later, just so you guys know, because I love the story games. But we don't want to be in story for the next 6 hours. I don't think we can just skip. Long skip. Options and L1. Yeah, we can. Okay. Oh, this is what I get for not paying attention. I don't know which one the Gundams are going with. Well, we have our save. So what we'll do is we'll go with the ground squad. And we'll see if the Gundams are there. And if not, then we'll go with the next one. Time travel and set on Mars. Ooh! Buddy Complex and IBO? Nice! That could be really good. Nope. We don't have Gundams. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our save. And we're gonna do the other route so that we get the Gundams. Because today's Gundam Day. Man, I really love IBO. I know a lot of people called it cliche. I was talking earlier with One Time. But man, you put the Super Dragoon in there as well? Nice. IBO was so good in my opinion. Wasn't perfect, but it was good. Also, I really love Hush MIDI. And I want I want IB. I know IBO will be in the next big Super Robot Wars probably, but I want Hush Media to be a playable pilot so badly. All right. Do, 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 do. No, 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 no. The Space Squad. Again, I'm gonna come back and read all this story later because I gotta know. Bullet Orbit, yeah, that's a good one for a funnel spam. Wait, did we get the same cutscene depending on like? I guess it makes sense because it's the bad guy cutscene. Yep, now we have all our Gundams. Okay. All right. We are not gonna save. Iron-Blooded Orphans, Lasner, Gundam X, Buddy Complex, nice. And Brain-Powered, nice. Angels, okay. Full story, G-Unit, nice. Dragonar, yes! Daimos Dangayo, and Great Dangayo. Wing, Tobikage, Skull, Zambot 3, Mike Gine, Nugeta Robo, Daitarn 3, and Whirlwind Bryger. Man, that'd be a nice series list for SRW, and I bet it is. I bet it is GP3. I bet it is. All right, yeah, we're not gonna save, so we're gonna come back to all. All right. Oh, that was a nice spin there. I feel like that, like, I understand why they have the border there, but that spin would have been way cooler if there weren't the black areas on the outside of the map. Alright, man, it feels really weird to skip all the story. Oh, wow. Gune and Quest Pariah. No! Clem Nick in a Yak Doga? And Mick Jack in a Yak Doga. Okay. Alright, well, we're still skipping story. Here we are. We gotta back them up now. Nagina, Dasythe. Let's take Noin. It's Gundam Day, so let's not take anybody that's not take anybody that's not a Gundam. Or from the Gundam franchise. Zeta Gundam. Let's take Kerbis and his Jagan. Sandrock. What's that? Is it one thing as in you can't understand a specific thing, or one thing as in like this game is very different when it comes to its storytelling? Oh man, I hate using Bicha Oleg too, but we're gonna use Bicha Oleg today. Oh, Klebnik, you're the best. I don't understand what, like, I know we skipped the story, but why are you in this Yakdoga? I love the Yakdoga, so it's fine, but, like, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a really weird thing. Because you can easily switch people into, like, the G Arcane. You put Cecily in the G Arcane because it's a UC mobile suit. But, alright. Do this. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of cool that Klimnik is in a Yakdoga. I wish he was in the Gehenum. Or the Murado? Murado, right? Yeah. I have that kit. It's in the kitchen. Oh, you guys can't hear the game volume, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, cool. I do love a good Yakdoga. I used to use Yakdogas in Gundam Battle Operation Next. And that's why the stream deck is right there. Don't sneeze again. Alright, that way I can mute the mic so you guys don't have to hear me sneezing. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool thing about GB3. Instead of making them pilot their own, you can make them pilot yours. I never did it because it was like, well, they have their own unique suits, you know? Also, those are mine. They need to not touch them. But I did think that was really cool. I'm not a big fan of dubs in anime. I normally watch the sub. But I do prefer the dub of Gundam Wing. And every time I use wingsuits, I want to hear Scott McNeil for Duo. I'm used to it by this point, so it's like it's not a make or break thing. But yeah, you're fighting a legendary Gundam, alright. The Toa Sangen soldiers are in Hyzax. Huh. That's cool. I like that. It's weird, but it's cool. Triple funnel spam. Oh, yeah, if you make 3 and put them all in one, I bet they do use the funnels too. It's crazy. Yeah. I like Ruluka a lot. She's one of the better parts of Double Zeta. I figured I'd bring it up because the main crux of the video isn't actually on Code Geass. It's on world building. And I do think the world building of Code Geass is really good for the anime. But anytime that it is in Super Robot Wars, they basically have to, like, compact the world around Code Geass. They have to Yamato Code Geass so that it's the most important thing and everything else is affected by it. And I definitely have to bring that up. Because the world building is really good for a standalone series, but when you try and combine it with other ones, it... Oof. But the main crux of the video is going to be on the world building that Code Geass does versus the world building that Ruby does. Which, I'm a big fan of world building in series. And as soon as, like, I wanted to make one on Ruby and the world building that they do there. And honestly, in my opinion, how bad it is. And I was like, well, I need an example of good world building. And I was like, oh yeah, Code Geass. But, oh man, what it does to every Super O. It's in this one, too. And they basically have to make another Japan again. Like, it's insane. And that makes sense, GB3. That sounds like a plan to me. Because, like, the whole point is, well, they come from another Earth. And that's why, like, and it's, like, post-series, so it's okay. And it's still technically the same Earth. But it's a different Japan. And, like, the world is it's so weird. They could have easily, like, Gurren Lagann and Cross Ange are happening in this fantasy world. They could have easily had, like, could have easily just had that Japan be in this fantasy world and Britannia have taken over everything. And because of what Lelouch did, everybody else is free now, but... Yeah, with Daitarn and Dunbine. Also, man, Dunbine. They do some figuring out there in this game where they have, like, Bison Well, obviously in the underworld, but then Lelouch's Japan was the overworld. Like, wow, okay. It makes things interesting, but it definitely is weird. Yep, there's Heavy Arms jumping around in space. Man, like, you remember back in the day with Super Robot Wars where they cared about that? And they had different animations for suits if they were in space, and then at some point they were just like, nah. And I think the biggest example of that is the Easy 8. Like, crashing down a building in space. So good. Oh, I completely forgot these two were even over here. Let's go ahead and use intuition. Let's do it. Man, the Yakdoga looks really good. I really like Gyune too, so it's kind of a shame he's not here, but, you know, it's fine. It's actually going to wind up being 2 videos, though, because I want to do a video first on the base world building, which is like Britannia versus the 11s, and the White Fang in Ruby, and the way that like everything works there. And then the second video will be a follow-up of like world building's important, but you also have to stay true to that world building, and the way that even towards the end of Kogias, like 11s are still being treated badly, even though they're like considered Japanese again, and how in Ruby the White Fang makes no sense and shouldn't exist. Yeah. That White Zeta looks sick too. Oh man, it's got like Amuro's emblem on the shield. Oh, man, I need that to be a thing at some point. Milliardo Peacecraft. Dex, you're having a bad time today. You didn't hit the guy earlier, and then now you're taking damage. Come on. Come on. Good job. Of course, I gotta pull myself away from Kamen Rider W so that I can finish rewatching Kogias. It's like, this stream's great. I'm having a good time. Still just would really love to be watching an episode of Kamen Rider W at the same time. Oh, I'm over their faces again. I gotta fix that. Move to this corner for now. We'll move back later. Oh man, fanboy, I forgot Twilight Axis existed. Yes, please. I need a Super Robot Wars to make that comprehensible at some point. Man, Twilight Axis was a thing. I watched it twice too, thinking maybe I missed an episode or missed a cue that would make everything make sense, but no. No, I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, the novel I'm sure is great. I've been told it's really good and I need to read it, but that anime... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what that was, man. You recommend the novel though? I'll check it out. Well, there were multiple times in that too where I was just like, oh man, he's right there in front of you. You seem like you really want to kill this guy, and then just left, and I was like, maybe they didn't want to kill that guy? I don't know, it's not clear. That makes sense. So, I was trying to hide just how jacked I had made the F91 here. But the fact that they can't hit him, they literally have a 0% chance to hit Seabucardo. You know, I really like F91. Oh, Seabook, come on. I need to check it out. I need to read it, and I need to download the advanced fan translation. Any word on how the Z translation is going? I know Z1 was finished, I believe, but I never heard anything about Z2, and I completely forgot to keep up with it. Oh man, I just realized the missed opportunity of leaving my face in that corner, and then it looking like I was the one saying all those things. Man, come on. Great, we could have done something cool with that. Man, say what you will about Double Zeta and its story. It's got some great music. I haven't really been using Quattro that much. Quattro. I was about to say Quattro Regina. It's so true. Oh man. Iron Mask Karatzo. I will say though, F91 has this great moment where anytime like the villain in Gundam is giving a great big speech, there's always the question of why not just shoot him. F91 has this great moment where somebody tries. And like they're dumb, and I think Chris Guache from MHQ made the best comment of why would you shoot the man with an iron mask in the iron mask? But yeah, they absolutely did. Why is there a bad gateway above my head? What is going on with that? What is going on here? Does it follow me? No, it doesn't follow me. What is it, though? Not that. What is going on? What? But there's this great moment where, okay, there we go. It was the jar. It's fixed now. I just undid the jar. Nobody ever uses it anyway. But there's this great... Oh, what? Was that the end of it? Really? Or no, we just got the SR point. Okay. They tried to shoot him in the head. And yeah, they shouldn't have shot... I mean, he's wearing an iron mask. But don't shoot him in the head. But, I always thought that was really cool. Man, bad gateway. That was great. What an adventure we've been on today. Technical difficulties. I always want to just pop in and interrupt the stream when we're having fun. I realize now that because I skipped all the story, I have to redo this chapter later, and that's fine. We use our actual units, and we'll just sit back and have a good time. Yeah. No, they absolutely should have. You know what would have stopped him from his speech? From his copying Char Aznable speech? He'd been shot in the junk. Speech over. Nobody's gonna keep giving the speech after that point. Oh, man. Hold on, Bellry. I sure hope nobody died from that. You just wasted 3 battleships. Like, a lot of people died from that, buddy. Oh, man. Doesn't have an iron cod piece. You're right. He probably doesn't. Oh, man. That line. I sure hope nobody died from that. Oh, man. Alright. Yeah, no. That's still the best way to take out your enemy ever. Char Aznable. I accidentally skipped that. I'm sorry. Such a good moment, too. Where he just... sending your sister to join you. Do a persist. We'll send Kerberos in. Kerbis, not Kerberos. It was so weird to find him playable. Like, I didn't expect it at all. Like, I'm not watching G-Reco and going, man, you know what character I can't wait to be playable in Super Robot Wars? Lieutenant Kerbis. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Bellry's kind of a mess. At all times. Oh, man, Bellry. Bellry is one of the main reasons that I really don't like G-Reco. Like, the plot of G-Reco's not terrible. It does some flips a couple times, but it's not terrible. But Bellry and his constant side changing, and nobody not only getting mad at that, but then other people being like, you know what? Yeah, sure, I'll switch sides too. It's like, I mean, people switch sides in Gundam all the time, but don't just be like it's okay. I mean, if we can high Mega Cannon, why wouldn't we high Mega Cannon? Man, I would even be fine if Sarah just had the Baladoc Samoan. The Samoan's such a cool suit that never gets any representation. But all I'm saying is, if Lieutenant Kerbis got in, words, and we get to IBO and Hush MIDI is not playable in the Hekija, I'm going to be so upset. My day will be ruined. There will be nothing that can be done about it. There's a little bit of the green screen having some trouble, but I think we're okay. Alright. GB3, G-Reco is such a weird show. I can't wholeheartedly recommend it, honestly. Like, there are things about G-Reco that I like. I think the music in G-Reco is really good. I think that, like, the art looks really good. Yeah, there's plenty of people that can voice her now. And they did a fine job in the movies. But, like, the story of G-Reco is, at some points, literally nonsensical. Even though it does some really good work of... Like, there are legit times where I'm like, oh man, G-Reco may be the best written Gundam show. Like, when they get into the fact that there are toilets in the suits. Like, yeah, they gotta use the bathroom at some point. Of course there's toilets in the suits. It makes perfect sense. And then there's moments like where Aina is upset about, like, the death of a character at Bellry, even though he's not the one who started the fight, and he was just defending himself. And at no point does Bellry go, I mean, I was just defending myself. And he just winds up going, well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And then later on they act like that other character just forgives him for it. And it's like, but... I don't know, actually. I do not know, fanboy. That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. I would say if you've watched all of Rest of Gundam, then yeah, sure, watch G-Reco. But if not, I would prioritize the other Gundam series first. Oh yeah, we're about to take this guy down. I would assume they probably use the movie actors, since they've been more recently in those roles. But for all I know, they just went ahead and used the original ones, those that are still around. Man, Wings music was really good too. That's another ranking video I gotta do at some point. ranking Gundam music, like which series had the best music. I gotta crank out some more ranking videos. There's too many times I haven't done that. Alright, so I love Gundam Age. I love Gundam Age. Already done? You finished all the other Gundam series already? If you have, then yeah. Check it out, because, I mean, there are some good scenes in there. I love Gundam Age, but I love the first, like, 16 episodes of Gundam Age, and everything after that is in a weird love-hate relationship. Not only does the main character's mother die super quickly, there is a moment where for the first time a Gundam protagonist does the thing that every Gundam protagonist should do. And when a bad guy is getting away and is running through a facility, instead of going into the facility with a gun, he takes his beam saber and stabs it into the facility. Like, Flit Asuno gives himself to rage in such a good way. And people go, yeah, Gundam Age is for kids. It's like, what? Excuse me? Oh, man. It would be like if people said Victory Gundam is for kids. It's like, huh? I'm sorry, what? Oh, man. Like, let alone what happens to my man Sarek Abyss towards the end of that show. AGB3. Funnels. Hitting funnels! Yeah, no, I agree. I don't blame people that dislike parts of Age. Especially, like, from the midpoint to the end. That last arc is real rough. But how can you say it's for kids when there's a moment where old man Flit Asuno flies forward with the nuke to commit genocide? Like, that's not a kid's show anymore. Oh, man. Oh, we're gonna use the Mega Cannon max power on a guy that has no health left. Duo, go kill this guy, will you? I could do without every episode, by which I mean the one episode that has to do with Gerard Spriggan, though. Like, that was such a weird detour for the series. Yeah, no, I agree. The pacing in Age is strange in places because it honestly probably should have been 3 different shows. But I will defend the good parts of Age till the day that I die. Because the good parts of Age, whoo, they're some of the best in all of Gundam. Also, like, a lot of Gundam has that one character that's supposed to make you feel bad for them, so that when they die, it's affecting, you know? But I feel like Age handled it so well. By skipping, like, it legit just has a montage showing these kids being kids, and when something happens to one of them, you just go, oh man, that kid didn't deserve that. But, you know. Mega Cannon max power, here we go. And when we finish this map, we'll switch back over to Gundam Breaker 3. To round out the last hour of the stream. Yeah, that would be really cool. Katetsu Jig. Man, I love Katetsu Jig. And Sushin Jig is really good as well. I like it a lot, despite some fun cliches. But Age has that inherent problem of when it's in SRW, how do you handle the time skips, you know? And Jig is a good way to do that. X would have been a really good way to do that too, with the way that the world's built in X, because people can come from any time. But, you know. Z is pretty good about that too, where time can be interesting in Z. It's the same problem that Gurren Lagann faced, and Armageddon faced in the idea of like where to put them in Z. Yeah, no, I agree. That would be really nice. Yeah, yeah. Oh, original Jig pilot. It's. Oh man, come on. What's his name? It's. That's gonna bother me till it hits me. Shiba? Shiba... Yeah, Furia Jun. Right? Furia Jun? I think that's the name of the voice actor. But I was talking about the actual character. I think it's like Shiba something. Amazing Scrabble Gundam? Nice. Do you mean the scramble, or do you literally mean Scrabble? Toru Furia, that's it. That's the voice actor. Everybody full move down here. Bring in Cecily. Look it up real quick. This is bothering me now. I think it's Shiba. You want to say Cayenne, but it's not Cayenne. I know that. No, I don't want to start another episode of Kamen Rider W right now. Come on. Jig. Shiba Hiroshi. Hiroshi Shiba, that's it. I had Shiba, but I never was going to get the rest. Shall we fire everything on the boss? Let's fire everything on the boss. Yeah, scramble. It makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. Magical girl, Sally. And Sally, I'm not a huge fan of Cross Ange. Like, it's fine. It does its job just fine. But that Salia moment is such a good surprise moment. I agree. I think if Amuro saw that and just walked away, it would be probably be one of the funniest moments in a game. All right. Come on now, Hiro. The closest you came with? Makes sense. I made the Aegis and the new Gundam. Just straight. But you made a scramble, which is not in the game, using parts. That's pretty cool. Occupy Getty. Oh, that's true. He did also voice Tuxedo Mask. Yeah. Good point. Man, Toru Furia is such a talented guy. Have you ever thought about the fact that Toru Furia voiced Ribbons Allmark, right? Setsuna F. Seiei is voiced by Brad Swale, who voiced Amuro in the dub. So, in a way, if you cut that fight the right way using editing, it's Amuro versus Amuro. Think about it. Tuxedo Common. And I haven't thought about Tuxedo Common in a long time. Yeah, that's true. He did. It makes it even funnier. Because he's technically still right in Gundam 00, but it's also very meta. Yeah. Did you ever play Dynasty Warriors Gundam? Specifically in 3, I believe. There's a moment where you can fight in the story. Ribbons and Amuro have a conversation. And there's some fun. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the scramble. Oh, the scramble is in GB3? I thought it... You're right, it is. It's not in New Gundam Breaker. But there's a moment in DWG3, where they're having a conversation, and Ribbons is like, I feel like, you know, we should be able to work together. We're so similar after all. And it's just like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah, I'm thinking about New Gundam Breaker. It's not in. I put way too much time into New Gundam Breaker for the sake of that review. So half the time that I want to think about a good Gundam Breaker game, I think about that one instead and get sad. Alright, Rock Pie Getty. Yeah, it's a pretty fun one in DWG3. Yeah, I do too. I think when Super Robot Wars cuts in with VA jokes, it's... I don't know if the right word is, because it's super meta, and normally it's the kind of thing that would draw you out of a game, but it's already a crossover game, so you kind of expect for that level of weirdness to be there. So it just winds up coming like full circle to being funny again. There's a good one in Endless Frontier as well, where Sanger Zunvolt is talking to Haken Browning, and Haken is Nobuyuki Hiyama, who also voices Viral, but who also voices oh, what's his name? It's the villain from Daitarn 3. No, from Zambot 3, I'm sorry. I can't remember the name. But there's a comment where Sanger Zunvolt is just like, I don't trust you. You sound like someone I don't like. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3 was really good. I used to spend a lot of time in that game. I gotta pull that back up at some point. We'll do some streaming with it. Yeah, that's true. Ryoma and Hayato, man. I will never forget that moment of Ryoma Nagare beating up dinosaurs with, like, dinosaur men with his bare hands. And then, like, Hayato just karate chops one in the neck. I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah. These two guys are beasts. These guys are tough. Oh, man. Savage and brutal indeed. Ryoma Nagare. Hayato Jin. Can we end this map with this attack? Will we hit? Can we make ourselves hit? Really, nobody over here has bullseye. I mean, we're gonna hit now anyway. Oh, it's Gundam Day! We can't finish it with this! Man. Yeah, Reborn's pretty good too. There's still a soft spot in my heart for 3 over Reborn because 3 has, in my opinion, the single best like song in all of the franchise in the form of Be a King Type 2 Always. Be a King Always Type 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good line too. Alright, so we have finished this map. Again, not going to save because I want to do this map again later where I can read the story. Take my time with it. But we're going to take one last quick break, and then we're going to switch over to Gundam Breaker 3 to finish out the hour, and we may have some time to switch back to Gundam Versus. Oh yeah, we want to switch back to Gundam Versus and do that live Super Breakdown, so we'll do that as well. But first, we're going to take that quick break, and then we will do some Gundam Breaker 3. Alright, we are back for the last hour of the stream. Move ourselves back to the bottom left. Just feels better over there, you know. And GB3, I assume that you are going to set up the room then? The hangar? Change this to be back to GB3. Gundam Breaker 3. Information. Go. Alright. I feel like Embryo is a perfect villain for Super Robot Wars. In such a cool way. But I'm so tired of looking at his face. Because he winds up being behind so much. Alright, we're going for funnel spam, so I'll go Grey Ghost of Xeon here. We gotta get rid of some more heads this time. Also, yeah, it's super about to storm outside, so it's a good thing that the stream's almost over, because it's a huge shame if we lost the stream to the storm. But I think that was what we needed, right? Was heads? No, it was backpacks. Okay, well, do that real quick. Do.
新しい機体のプランでも必要ないものを GP と交換する？
I'm going to start taking a longer break in the middle of the stream. I'm a pretty bad asthmatic, which is why there's a noise gate on the mic, so you can't hear me breathing. But because of these lights, I'm going to take a longer break in the middle of the stream. Should do it? Nope.
戻ろっか。
Man. Such a good idea for a villain. If you hear thunder, I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's the storm. The noise gate should catch it. But... All right. I wanted to do... No! Why does it always do that? What does it always do? Don't get involved. Man, that thing. That thing is an abomination, but I can't wait. Oh my gosh. I don't think I have... Do I have any other suits that use funnels? I think this is the only one. Go all kinds of funnels here. I have the new Gundam. It uses funnels. So does my... Here goes to Zia. Been here to the last. Jeff Fanboy, next time we do a Gundam stream and we do some Super Robot Wars, would you prefer to see Advance with the PSP emulator? Or would you prefer to see a different one? Slide your finger. What? Bad? I'm doing that. Roger. Zakus are great. I agree. Zakus are amazing. You mean slide your finger? What do you mean? Oh, don't get involved. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Slide up. Is that how I'm doing that? Aha! I see. Oh, interesting. All right. Pretty sure there's a way to just chat though. Missing out. What, cat? What is it? I know it's storming out there. Yeah, okay, I see it. I got you. All right. How you do it? Okay, cool. All right. I think Advance would be cool. Moon Dwellers is an option as well. V or J. Alpha Gaiden. More X. I'm down for whatever. Ah, now I understand what you mean. You slide up, you get access to an actual, like... I am a dummy. See now. There we go. Now I understand. Cat is down here. Wow. Did that and my whole body started to fall apart. I started to get Thanos. But yeah, I figured Gundam Game Day once a month. Keep it going and see if we can get some traction built up and some people want to do it. Get involved. All right. I did it again. I meant to hit deploy. Yep, that's so easy. Glad that I just never figured it out before, I guess. I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh, you did. You just built 3. All right, well, this is going to be crazy. Here we go. All right. And you named it funnel spam. Nice. There are funnels everywhere around me right now. This is amazing. It's almost a work of art. I don't even have words. Like, wow. There's so many funnels in the sky right now. Oh, that hit hard. Okay. All right, buddy. That hit really hard. You could not do that again. That'd be great. Of course, I don't think you'll have a chance to do it again, honestly. Oh, man. What a thing this is. Oh my gosh. They can't even fight. They just get juggled into oblivion by the funnels. Oh, calm down, guys. There's a green screen behind me. No need to fight. Dog is chasing the cat again, I believe. And, oh, funnel time. Look at the sky. Like, this is EDF levels of stuff happening in the sky. Okay, it's just a little rain. No need to fight. Oh, man. These Gusian remakes are about to get melted. But yeah, I think I'll download Advanced and probably do it next month for Gundam Game Day. Oh man, this is chaos right now. I love it. This is oh man, it's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Like, this game's so good. Why did they why did they change so much for New Gundam Breaker? There was no reason to change it. Like, just keep going with what you got. What you got's good. Yeah. Yeah, I think if the swapping out of parts was in this engine, I think you're right. I think it would have been okay. I still think the idea of having to, like, take them somewhere on the map would have been a problem. But you could offset that by having, like... Sorry. By having, like, box on both ends that doesn't go away when you use it. Because you want to pick up a bunch of parts all the time, you know? Like, that's the whole point of these games, so why only be able to hold 5? Such a weird decision. Woo! That Titus had my number, but it never got to hit me. Almost like there are funnels all over the sky that stopped it. Oh, the game's starting to chug a little bit. This is great. We put it in a really tough spot for itself. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and save this VOD of the stream to be able to put on YouTube, because man... Yeah, more than one of them would be really nice. That's one of the biggest problems I have with New Gundam Breaker. Those funnels just waiting around them to be used, waiting for an enemy to show up. Oh my gosh. Look at that. No, I agree. Gundam Breaker 4, New Gundam Breaker is such a step back that it's almost insulting. I understand why people were mad. I was mad. Now I'm just sad. Look at all this, man. Stuff is so much higher level than the stuff that I'm using. Not all of it, but some of it. Some of it much higher. I really need to play this game at the higher difficulties. Ooh, there's some nice arms right there. Sorry, Misa. Also, don't have that weird sound bug. I guess it's not a bug, it's for a real thing. Too many backpacks again. Oh, yeah, no, that... Man. That'd have been something. But, like, that weird sound issue where it starts playing a song, and maybe it's a song you really like, and then just all of a sudden, it just stops playing it. Just over. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Sanger Zonvolt as the principal of the school. And then have Kai Kitamura as, like, the... What's the word? What are they called? The people who... The counselor. And him just be like, no, it's fine. You're doing just fine. Trust yourself. Oh, man. And then, Elzam could be the teacher that disappears and then shows back up later as Ratzel. We'll go new Gundam this time. We'll switch up our funnel use. Let's do one more GB3, and then we're gonna switch over to Gundam Versus and do the. Oh, we could probably do two more, and then we'll do the live Super Breakdown to finish things off today. We could probably do two more. We got time. We got time. Oh yeah. And like he still has a sword for no reason. He just has a sword. Sanger's on vault, man. I would be okay if every game had Sanger's on vault. Like, I mean, literally every game. Oh man, there's a new Spider-Man game coming out. Sanger's on vault. Spyro's being remade. Sanger's on vault. Because why not? Why not? It actually kind of bothers me how little they use the OG cast in the new Super Robot Wars games. Because I'm guessing they're just going, oh yeah, we got Moon Dwellers. We got OG games coming out. Why do we need to use them again? But I can't think of a single Super Robot Wars that would be worse off by having at least a few more of the OG cast in there. Like, I'm not saying it all has to... Like, Masaki's there. That's cool. Keep Masaki. I'm not saying you have to add his enemies and everything, but, like... throw a Kyosuke or an Excellent in. You know? Doesn't hurt. Give me a bullet. Why not? Hey, teamwork brings victory. Did you know that? You have a new Gundam. But I also have a new Gundam. And guess what? This new Gundam's not just for show. Oh, it is just for show. I was wrong. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a problem at all, honestly. I can't see it as any kind of licensing issue. No, don't cover me. Go attack. Go. Man, they're just dropping. Oh my gosh. Look at how cool those look with like the weather on them. Like, why would anyone at Bandai Namco play this game and then go, you know what we need to do? Completely take out the heart and soul of this game to make a new, completely different game. That's what'll make the fans happy. I bet they'd love it if option equipment was tied to collecting boxes all around the map that only then allowed you to use your option equipment. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Yep. Oh, I got another Funsaki head. Nice. Put that on the Uma Gundam. Speaking of funnels. Super Dragoon funnels. Yeah. That'd be a cool way to do the boxes instead. Give you an actual like reason to want to pick them up instead of just, oh, I need these for my option equipment. Hey, Yuichi, you gonna pick me up, buddy? You just gonna stand beside me and thank you. I'm gonna go pick up Machio. Funnels! No, go attack. Don't protect me. There we go. Critical sphere. I think this is a cool way to do a DLC. Having new options. Yeah. Having the fact that there weren't any more references than there were. Like, I commented on this while we were playing New Gundam Breaker earlier. During that hour. Like, the only real reference you have is Sense of Expansion being a new type related ability. And then Sieg Xian. And that's it. How are you going to not have actual Gundam characters show up? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, Char's not in the game. And I get that the whole point was like, well, you know, it's supposed to represent what it's a world where Gundam's super popular and everybody knows Gundam. Like, okay, that's the world of Build Fighters too, but people showed up in Build Fighters. And like, they can just be cameos. It's okay. And I bet somebody was like, man, Airbrush a Zeta. That's such a clever name. That'll make it where nobody feels upset that we don't have actual cameos in this game. And yeah, Airbrush a Zeta is a good... It's a good name. I'm gonna give them that. It's a good name. But, like, they'll have cameos. Where are my... There we go. Not those. I gotta start getting rid of stuff. Hold on to things for too long when I don't need to. Alright, let's do this one more. And then we'll switch back over to Gundam Versus. Also, like, you're setting it in a school. You happen to have a Gundam character that is perfect for crossovers and could show up there no problem. And it's Ramba Ral. And Ramba Ral doesn't show up. Like, come on. Yeah, Mosquiando would be really cool there. Like... And subscribe, huh? 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 And follow? What you trying to say, buddy? Hmm? This mission sounds fine to me. Yeah, I don't really care which mission we do, honestly. Yeah, Hiro could do a cameo. That'd be pretty good. Oh, you're Scramble. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it looks pretty good. With the new Gundam backpack on there. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that would be really cool to have Hiro show up like that. Scares even the student council. Yeah, I do like your Gundam. It looks good. I was gonna say it looks really solid, but yeah, they could have easily done something clever with like a music club too, with Catra and Troa in there, and then probably had I don't know, like Mariah show up. Like, there's a lot of options. Uso could have been there. Or even just like have Build Fighters characters show up, like Iori. Have it set in their school. Like, why not? You know? I get that they wanted to focus on their new characters, but there's nothing wrong with having references to the old ones. Can you imagine if they had done only like a bunch of cameos, but only from manga or side story novels? Can you imagine? Or spin-offs, like just characters from spin-offs, and that's it. Oh man. People would have been so hype about that. Oh, you could have had... What a missed opportunity. You could have had Alias Sanchez as the coach. Like, man, what a missed opportunity that is. What did I unlock? I didn't mean to do that. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. I think the shield's up now anyway. Oh, Shard been the principal. And then, oh, if you have Char as the principal, you have to have a moment where they're talking about cleaning something up. Like maybe Char comes in to tell him to clean his room too. And then he says, Char Aznable says, let the purge begin. Like, you have to have that line at that point. You can't just not have that line. Nicely done, GB3. The fact that Amuro and Char are not in that game at all really bothers me. Like, they should be. And some decent parts there. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, well, I suppose we will switch to Gundam Versus in the final part of the Gundam game day today. Gundam Rage, GB3, thanks for all the fun with Gundam Breaker 3 and that insane funnel spam earlier. That was great. Now I'm going to get the chance to... this. Yeah, that would work as well. And we're going to switch over to Gundam Versus here. Battery's getting a little low on the controller, but that's fine. We got 30 minutes left of the stream. We'll do a Gundam game day every month. And it'll take the place of the Saturday stream. For one of the 2 Saturdays that we stream out of the month. It'll be fun. We may even make it longer in the future, depending. Alright, so for the suit breakdown, what I normally do is I do a free battle. And let's see, what suit do we want to do? Let's do a special suit for this special Gundam game day. Who is... because we're about to do Unicorn is the next big set. Because we have made it to here. We've done super breakdowns for all these suits. From here down. Until here. Which is not as many as it seems, honestly. Which is unfortunate, because we want to do more. But let's do the Hot Scramble. Let's do a super breakdown for the Hot Scramble. Because we were just talking about the Scramble. You know, we wanna have some fun here, and we will put the can't not do this. The enemy will be the build strike. We're gonna be Tatsuya Yuki. So what I normally do is I do a match. Punk at the Gundam school, yeah. Let the purge begin. Io! Okay, I missed that word. Yes. Yes, Io Fleming needs to be a punk at the school. And, like, everybody hates him, and he knows it. And he just doesn't care. And, like, Daryl Lawrence is, like, just a regular student. Just, you know, trying to be himself. Just trying to have a good time. Alright, so what I normally do here is just figure out what the suit can do, what its combos are. In this case, I've played with the Hot Scramble quite a bit from release, so I know a little bit of what it can do. But we want to take a look and see if there's anything we might have missed. What the Striker does, it does the Garobi, alright. Okay, makes a combo. There we go. Io Fleming, man. A Gundam pilot of his series, but not the main character. And definitely not the hero. Who is the good guy and who is the bad guy in Gundam anyway? Never that easy. Oh, that burst. We gotta, nope, we gotta connect with that so we know what it does. Yeah. And then finally, we just want to check the burst. And then we will do a suit breakdown. Alright. Nice. Alright. Yeah, you would think it would have been, honestly. You would think it would have been. Alright. I need the model number. There we go. So then we would do... Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Sue Breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at the BN-876 Beta Hot Scramble Gundam. We're doing this live on stream as part of Gundam Game Day for the month of August. If you're interested in what Gundam Game Day is, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll have it also written in the description, as well as times for Gundam Game Day, what games we normally play for Game Day, Gundam Game Day, and all that fun stuff. But the Hot Scramble is a 500 cost DLC suit that is pre-order exclusive, which is why I've waited a long time to be able to do a deal on it. But, you know, it's a good suit altogether. It's fun. There are still codes, I believe, out. You can get a handle on it. But it has... Oh, man, that attack. It has some really fun mix-ups. The standard shot does quite a bit of damage, as expected for a 500. But the charge is this Garobi. It can be arced, which is nice. We did another Gundam game tomorrow? Yeah. Be pretty crazy. You have this nice little shot here that actually does some pretty good damage and almost always brings it down. And then you have... Oh, come on now. You have that arc that just like the sumo arc. Attack every time. Just like that sumo arc, it will do some pretty good damage and stop your opponent in their tracks, though it does not stun like the sumo does. But tomorrow's your birthday. Congratulations, fanboy. Happy birthday. For melee combos, you have some pretty standard mix-ups, but the forward mix is one of the better melee combos for a 500. It's a guaranteed 3-hit if you connect with the first and nobody knocks you out of it. And then finally, for the burst, you have this very nice damaging full finish there as Meijin Kawaguchi comes in. The striker also does the Garobi with the explosion as well, so it's really good for catching somebody that's hiding behind something. And you can stay in the air while you do it as long as you have boost for it, so if you can... that attack every time. If you can get up high enough, then you can really do some damage. But for melee combos, it's pretty basic, other than the really nice 3-hit. Pretty solid suit, though. Has that nice pop-up as well, which is good. Most of the time, this funnel attack here is useless for me, because I'm really bad at landing it, but it is a stun. So, that's always nice. Now the question becomes, you know, hey, should you use the Hot Scramble? Well, if you have the Hot Scramble, yeah, there's no reason not to. It's a very good unit, very solid suit for ranged and for pretty good melee mix-ups. The problem, of course, is the availability of the Hot Scramble. If you don't have it, you can't really get it. So the question of should you use the Hot Scramble is not a question of should you, it's can you, unfortunately. But if you have the access to the Hot Scramble, it is a very fun suit to use. I still wish that the funnels that he uses there a little bit more controllable, but for the most part, they are pretty good. Big shout out to Gundam Breaker 3 and Fanboyamus Prime, who have been in the chat with me as we've been readying to do this Suit Breakdown live. We'll do another Suit Breakdown live next month on Gundam Game Day. But the Hot Scramble, in my opinion, is definitely worth using if you have it available to use. As those of you who have been watching the Suit Breakdown know, not a huge fan of 500 cost. This is a 500 that I feel decent with, that I don't feel like I'm holding back my ally with every time I use it. So, Hot Scramble is my preferred 500 to use if I'm not using the Burning Gundam. But... oh, okay, cool. Don't blame you for that. Going out for your birthday's nice. Comment section. Tell Fanboy Miss Prime happy birthday. It's his birthday tomorrow. And Gundam Breaker 3 was doing his best to make Hot Scramble in Gundam Breaker 3. Because it just has the regular Scramble in there. And he did a pretty good job. It's pretty close. We will finish off this build strike here. No, we won't. Okay, that's fine. For sure. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the Hot Scramble is definitely worth it in my opinion. It's very powerful. It was, when the game first came out, too powerful. It did way too much damage, and the stun time on the funnels was a little too high. They have since patched it and hotfixed it, and now it plays really well. I'm very happy with where it's sitting right now. And yeah, if you like suits that have decent range and have decent melee, definitely check the Hot Scramble out. The mix-ups that it gives are really good, especially when you pair it with like a Masala or an O that can give a second stun after its brief stun that allows it to get another Garobi off. If you can do back-to-back Garobis like that, the Hot Scramble is basically going to give you a win. So, until next time, though, I've been the Full Spectrum, or I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that the Hot Scramble has to offer. Also known as Gundam Rage. That's right, Gundam Breaker 3. So yeah, that's a suit breakdown. That's basically all it is just me showing off the combos so people that are better at the suit, better at the game than I am, can use it. I've had a fun stream, guys. I don't know about you. It's been very enjoyable. With that said, we're just about ready to wrap up. We got about 10 more minutes left. I can play around with another suit if you'd like, or we can try and do some online. What do you guys want to do? Just this back here. You can do a survival. See how long I make it. It's not going to be long. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad you came in to play with us, too. Looking forward to seeing you next month as well. Let's do a survival. Under Ultimate Battle, yeah. Let's do a hard survivals. We won't make it very far, so let's see how far we can go. Oh, are you on Gundam Versus? Yeah, we can do a quick Gundam Versus match. You want me to make the room? Let's go random. Go all cost random. Why not? Why not? We'll wrap the stream up the fun way. I didn't put a password on it, so you should just be able to join. Since we're friends on PSN. Somebody's streaming more Devil May Cry 3 Tuesday. Thursday we'll probably do some Monster Hunter World PC. And then either Final Fantasy 14 or Super Robot Wars X. Friday we're going to do some more Devil May Cry 3. And then next Saturday I'm not going to be streaming. I'll stream every other Saturday. Because I do have that other job. Part-time. To try and make enough money so that I can keep doing this. That will eventually go away. If keep getting support the way that we are. But you know. Let me just invite you. Yep. Also, it just hit me. You said that those sauce bottles that they had on the table at that restaurant were available at Walmart. Wow. Gotta make your own sauce, guys. Come on. Come on. Alright. Let's do this. Also, if you want to know what's coming out on the YouTube channel for the week, check out the end of our podcast. The end of every podcast that we do on Mondays goes up on Tuesdays. I have a short section where I talk about what's going to be coming out on the channel that week. Alright, let's see what I got. I got a Nemo. Here we go. Nemo with Fa Yuri. I don't know if you guys saw the Gundam Versus block earlier, but I'm bad at this game. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. Oh, good job, Trey. You just shot that one into the rock. Ooh, we asked for that one. Thanks, Orga. That's super helpful, telling me that my machine's getting banged up. I'm aware. Oh! Alright. There we go. Alright, I deserved that. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, I should shot! I wanted to go for the melee combo. Look fancy. Yep. Not over yet, Orga. Don't worry. Yeah! Good match, man. Good match. Alright, with that, we have reached the end of the stream. GB3, I would be more than happy to do this again sometime. Some matches and surely some Gundam Breaker 3 as well before the next Gundam Game Day. But we will have another Gundam Game Day next month, probably on the exact same Saturday, which is the second Saturday. We'll be playing the same games, though maybe some different Super Robot Wars game. I think Fanboy was hoping to see Advance, so I will get that downloaded and working before then. And then maybe we'll mix it up and throw in, maybe I'll attach my PS3 in here and we'll do some Gundam Extreme Versus for a little bit. But until next time, guys, I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. We'll be back Tuesday with more streaming. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that life has to offer. Thanks, guys, for hanging out for the stream. Had a great time. Hope you guys come back and hang out with us again. Don't have too much fun on your birthday tomorrow, Fanboy. I know you said you already did the going out part. GB3, I'm going to make some more fun Gundams for us to be able to play around with. And until next time, guys, just don't have too much fun, you know? I know there's a stream delay, so I'm leaving it for just a second in case you guys have any last minute questions before we go. Well, I'm gonna go take a dog out, and I think some more posters for the wall came in, which is funny now that we have the green screen. But later, guys.